Good morning, boys and girls. We are on lesson 9, homework, page 47. Make sure you are turning to the correct page, page 47. So right here, what we have is they asked us to solve these problems. So we have for problem A, 3/10 plus 4/10 is equal to how many tenths? In order to solve for that, I'm going to be using my place value chart and I'm adding my numbers together to figure out how I can get 3/10 plus 4/10. So right here we have our 1/10 place. So I'm going to put my 3 in there. So this is 3/10. Next is 4/10. So I'm adding my 4/10 right in there. Okay. Now let's add it together. Don't forget to bring down your decimals. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. Bring down my decimal. So I have 0.7. So what I'm going to write is 0.7 tenths. Okay. Now, the next one, they asked me to write down 12/10 plus 9/10. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add those two numbers together. I have 12/10 plus 9/10. And notice that it says 12/10. That means the 2 is going to go in the tens place, which is the last digit, and the 1 actually is brought over to the ones place because you cannot put two numbers in the same place. Do not forget your decimal. That is super important. So 9 plus 2 is equal to 11. Carry my 1, bring down my 1, bring down my decimal. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So my answer is 2.1 tenths, which means that you have 2 ones and 1 tenths, okay? Now, the next problem says that you need to solve for 300ths plus 400ths. So I'm going to put in 300ths plus 400ths. Notice that there are empty spots, so I'm going to put that right in there, okay? Don't forget your decimal. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. Bring down my 0, bring down my decimal. So I get 0.07. Now, for problem D, we have 2700ths plus 700ths. I'm going to plug that in. I have 2700ths. So 7 goes in the hundredths place and the 2 goes in the tens place. And 7 goes in the hundredths place. I'm going to add that together. So 7 plus 7 is equal to 14. Carry my 1, bring down my 4. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. And bring down your decimals. So I have 0.34. Okay, so that means that there are 3/10. Can you see that? There are 3/10 and there are 400ths. Now for the not last one, for problem E, it says right here that you're adding 4 thousandths plus 3 thousandths. So I can add my zeros here in the empty spaces so that it's not 4/10 and 3/10, it's 4 thousandths and 3 thousandths. I'm going to bring down my decimal. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Bring down my 0, bring down my 0, bring down my decimal. So my answer is 0.007 thousandths. Okay? Now I'm going to work on the next problem. The next problem asks me to solve for 39 thousandths plus 5 thousandths. So I'm going to make sure to write down 39 thousandths. 9 is going to go in your thousandths place because it is the last digit, and the number 3 gets bumped up. And then I'm going to put my zeros in my decimal. Next, I have 5,000, same thing. My decimal, don't forget it. And I'm adding zeros so that I know that I don't put it over here in the tens place or the ones place. I'm going to put it right here in the thousandths place. Now I'm going to add. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry the 1, bring down my 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. Bring down my 0, bring down my decimal. So my answer is 0.044 thousandths, which means that I have 400ths and 4 thousandths. Okay. Now the next problem, they asked me to add 5/10 plus 7 thousandths. Okay, this is where my 7 thousandths is. It goes in the thousandths place. Don't forget your decimals. And if there are blank spaces above, you can add zeros. 7 plus 0 is 7, 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 0 is 5, okay, and my decimal. So my answer is 0.0507 thousandths. Now for problem H, they ask you to add 4 ones plus 4 tenths, okay, and over here they ask you to add 4 tenths. So now I'm going to add. Don't forget your decimal. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Bring down your decimal. 4 plus 0 is equal to 4. So my answer is 4.8 tenths. Now this one right here asks you to add 8 thousandths. So I'm going to put my 8 in my thousandths place. 6 ones and 8 thousandths, okay? Oh wait, 8 thousandths plus, put it in the wrong place. 8 thousandths plus 6 ones and 8 thousandths. So that means that I'm going to have zeros in between, and I'm going to add all my numbers. 8 plus 8 is 16, carry a 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. Bring down my decimal, bring down my 6. So I get 6.016 thousandths. Okay. Now the next problem, they asked me to solve using the standard algorithm. That means that you are just going to add them together. Make sure that your decimals are aligned. If they're not aligned, your answer is incorrect. So 7 plus 4 is equal to 11. Carry my 1, bring down my 1. 0 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So my answer is 1.1. Okay. Next we have 4 plus 7. 7 plus 4 is equal to 11. 0 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. I brought down my decimal. 2 plus 0 is equal to 2. So now I have 2.11. Over here, 7 plus 4 is equal to 11, so I carry my 1. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Don't forget to bring down your decimal. 4 plus 7 is equal to 11. 0 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Bring down my decimal. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. And bring down my 5. Okay, now I'm going to turn the page. We are now on page 48. Right here, 7 plus 4 is 11. 6 plus 3 plus 1. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. So I need to carry my 1, bring down my 0. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 again is 7. Bring down my decimal. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7, and bring down my 7. So my answer is 77.701. On this side right here, we have 6 plus 4, which is equal to 10. 9 plus 1, which is equal to 10. 6 plus 2, which is equal to 8, and 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Bring down your decimal. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. So I have 97.900. Okay? Now, for this problem right here, I'm going to read it out loud. For problem number 3, it says walkway over the Hudson, a bridge that crosses the Hudson River in Poughkeepsie, I think that's how you say it, Poughkeepsie, is 2.063 kilometers long. Anping Bridge, which was built in China 850 years ago, is 2.07 kilometers long. So walkway over the Hudson is the name of the bridge, okay? What they want you to do is they want you to add two of those measurements together. So I have 2.063 kilometers plus 2.07 kilometers long. So I'm going to add that together. 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. 6 plus 7 is equal to 13. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 1. Bring down my decimal. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Notice that my decimals are aligned. Your decimals always have to be aligned for addition and subtraction. Now, for problem B, they say right here, Leah likes to walk her dog on the walkway over the Hudson. If she walks across and back, how far will she and her dog walk? So that means that you're adding this number right here where it says Hudson River in Poughkeepsie is 2.063. So I took that number and I added twice. Why? Because she walked across and back. So she walked two ways, right? So that means you're going to add two of these numbers together. 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. 6 plus 2 is equal to 12. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Bring down your decimal. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So our answer is 4.126 kilometers. Now, for number 4, for his parents' anniversary, Danny spends $5.87 on a photo. He also buys a balloon for $2.49 and a box of strawberries for $4.50. How much money does he spend altogether? So that means that I need to add all of my money together to figure out how much he spends, right? So the first thing I notice is that he spends $5.87. So I put that right here. And then he also buys a balloon for $2.49. Okay. Does he only buy one balloon? Oh, I guess so. And a box of strawberries for $4.50. Okay, so he didn't buy 3 balloons. I don't know why I thought there were 3 balloons. So he only bought one of each. Okay, so $5.87 and $2.49. And the last one says strawberries for $4.50. Okay, so I'm going to add it all together. 9 plus 7 is 16. Carry my 1, bring down my 6. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. And 13 plus 5 is equal to 18. So carry my 1, bring down my 8. Okay. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. And 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. So you should be getting $12.86, right? Let me double check. Yeah, okay, $12.86. So that's the money that he spent all together. Spent all together. Okay, and that is all that you have for today. So that's all of your homework. Let me know if you have any questions, okay?